Hello! We're the learners and the makers. I feel like we need to preface this one and explain a little bit kind of how different our situation is with work. Anthony and I both work from home. I'm fairly recently teaching violin lessons at home. But even before that, when it was just you working from home, we spent a lot of time at home together. And
we're hobbits.
We are. Especially in the winter, I think. So we usually have the opportunity to eat all our meals together.
We do a lot of things together as a family.
And we spend a lot of time at this table,
yes,
in particular.
Yeah, we're at the main table in our front room, and we do projects here, and sometimes we work here, and we have all our meals here. We have a lot of conversations here. This table is really integral to us.
Yeah, it definitely. It's funny, as you were saying that, I was thinking, you said in the front room, and even though this is our dining room table, we never call it the dining room or the dining room table. We just call it the front room.
The front room. Yeah.
Every so often, and it's not even very regular, we do what's called Poetry Teatime, and we wanted to share that with you guys today.
It's a really special time for us. This is something that we will often aim to have it like on a Friday afternoon after lunch, something like that. And it's a really good way to just kind of slow the day down a little, or slow the week down a little. You know, just because we work from home, I mean, we work hard, and our kids work hard, and we try to, have good management with things like activities and our screens and all the other things that we do. But Poetry Tea Time is this very quiet, simple way to bring us all together around the table. And it's just about a tasty hot beverage, a little treat, some really fun books of different poems, and all of us together. We also are really into the Scandinavian or Danish concept of hygge, Hygge. Hygge is all based around calm intimacy, warmth, that feeling not just of comfort, but of togetherness, and of just, I guess, loving and being loved.
Mm-hmm.
So Poetry Tea Time kind of combines this for us. We sit here, we maybe light a candle, sometimes we turn off the other lights, close the curtains. It's just this very intimate, close-knit time for the four of us.
Yeah. This isn't really our idea. We steal a lot of ideas off the internet, most of our ideas. And
Hive mind.
Yeah. This particular idea, where I know where it comes from, is from a homeschool guru. She has writing curriculum, and her name is Julie Bogart. If you're a homeschooler, you probably know who she is, but she talks about doing poetry tea time. But I don't think it has to be unique to doing it throughout. I mean, it would be a great like after school kind of activity.
Yeah, or I mean, we do it after lunch, and because of our situation, we eat a lot of meals together. It's easy to segue into that, but it's the sort of thing that somebody could also do on the weekend or after school on a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you have that need as a family to slow things down a little.
Mm-hmm.
For us, this usually, Jody and I make some coffee or some tea for us. I make some cocoa for the kids. And,
that's really why they love it.
Well, it certainly helps.
They love poetry tea time,
yes.
And it's mostly because they get hot chocolate.
Well, it started
and a few
that
cookies.
Way. It started that way, but especially like we started doing this as Connor was getting, not fully literate, but really well on the path. And Aster has also, even pretty early on, shown a lot of signs of really loving books and loving to. She knows she wants to learn to read.
Mm-hmm.
So we started doing poetry tea time as well, with where each kid was kind of in that transition into early literacy. So it's also been this thing now that, sure, I mean, yeah, Connor really likes the cocoa, but Connor really loves reading the poems.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see that.
Right now, Connor's favorite is by far Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yes.
And his brain was turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen. And two knobs, a invert and Horace, where his ears had been, and he grew a plug that looked like a tail. Oh, we plugged in little Jim, and now instead of him watching TV, we all sit around and watch him.
He gets that out every single time, and now he'll flip through. It used to be that the kids might flip through, they find something that looks kind of interesting, and they hand the book to us, we read it. But now Connor's flipping through. He's not just looking at a picture or an illustration. He's looking at the words, and he's choosing his own poems to read. And sometimes he's reading poems that are a couple pages.
Yeah. It's really fun to see. Aster's favorite is usually the Three Little Kittens, and with their mittens.
Yes.
Because she loves anything about cats.
Yes.
But she often will just pick one randomly. But we found some of our favorites, I think, that way too. Mm-hmm. So thanks for letting us share our little bit of poetry tea time with you. And if you want, you can go ahead and hit subscribe so that you can catch our videos as they come out.
And then also ding the bell, and then you also get a notification whenever we put out a new one.
That's right. I will include a few links of some of our current favorite poetry books that we've been reading lately down below.
We're recording this during National Poetry Month, so that's a great time, but every time is a good time to check out a few new poems, see what might become family favorites. You can also follow us on Instagram at learnersandmakers to keep up with all our other day-to-day, week-to-week adventures. We'll see you there, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Aster already picked one out.
Okay.
I've got one.
You got one? Do you want to start your reading, Connor?
I'll start it. Joey.
Star. Are you the star of this show, Ms. Jasmine? Ms. Jasmine Dinsdale?
Oh, gosh. Dinsdale. It's been a long time.
Isn't that right? Jasmine Dinsdale.